Hello and welcome, Pisces. It's Adam with Arcana Mundi, your psychic witch, and I am here to do your love reading. We are going to look at your feelings toward this person and their feelings toward you and the mutual energy between the two. So, I don't know. I feel like even though I'm looking at my camera, I feel like it looks like I'm looking up. So I'm just going to look dead on. So this will be weird. But anyway, so we are going to go ahead and get started, guys. If you would like, go ahead and smash the like button, share, subscribe as you see fit. I hope that you'll join us here and smash subscribe so your energy is directly linked to the channel. Also, go ahead and if you would like a personal reading that is more specific to your situation, you can definitely schedule one through that Linktree link, as always, in the description box below. There's two tabs, one that leads you to the tarot and store, and then the other one is for donations to the channel. If you'd like to make one, you're welcome to. Follow the Tarot and Store channel, and then in the scroll down box there's options for booking a reading. And so there is a holiday tarot reading special that I have going right now. If you would like, you can schedule that one, specifically select that one. It is 30 minutes for $30 rather than the $50 30-minute reading that is my usual price. So I am offering that until February 1st, so if you want, you can take advantage of it multiple times. That is totally up to you. You could schedule one every week until then. You could schedule one every, like, once in December, once in January, whatever you would like to do. It's totally fine with me. So, those readings are done live through Zoom. So once you schedule and select your date and time, you'll get an email within 24 hours of scheduling that has your Linktree link and passcode for your private reading. Or your Zoom link and passcode for your private reading. I apologize. And we reconvene at the designated time over Zoom. The only requirement is that you do have Zoom, so that we can read that way. And then I read live for you, either just like this, or you can look at the cards, whatever. Doesn't really matter to me either way. But we will go ahead and read for you at your selected time. So anyway, Pisces, we are going to go ahead and get started here. Welcome to everyone who's new, and welcome back to everyone who's been here before. Hope you guys are all doing well this holiday. I know it's been a stressful one, that's why I offered that special. Everyone's kind of struggling. It's been a weird year for all of us, you know. Spirit angels, ancestors, and guides, in your light may I seek the truth. Show me that which I need to see for my Pisces. Show me what this person is truly feeling for my Pisces right now. Ooh. Okay, so Pisces, for some of you, you may be married to this person. For others of you, there's just a very strong, higher level of commitment. It could potentially even be a twin flame here. Foundationally, I do have the Hierophant card. There's some kind of commitment or contract in the foundation here. But the interesting thing is, in the foundation as well, we do have some kind of sneakiness, betrayal, maybe, not necessarily betrayal, but, just some kind of like underhanded, maybe there's something that isn't known, secretive situation going on here. Someone is feeling like you're getting away with something, or they're getting away with something, and it's making them a little paranoid. Okay. Now, interestingly enough, what they are cognitively aware of here, Pisces, they feel like when they give to the situation that you don't reciprocate in equality and balance. They're feeling a little breadcrumbs. They're feeling a little defeated by this as well. They feel like the communication has been harsh every time they've tried to approach it. And keep in mind, perception is in the entire eye of the beholder, guys. Okay, so like, just because they feel this way does not mean it is truth. Okay, but this is how they're feeling in the moment. Now, interestingly enough, they understand that, like, so if you are in a commitment or a relationship or a marriage with this person, I do feel like they feel that things can be fixed, but it would require action. Their expectation and the foundation of the deck is the action. But there may have also been some kind of disloyalty going on. Keep in mind, if this is not your story, I know this is very specific. when I read for each sign, because there are so many people under the signs, it's impossible with all our different placements for everyone to have the same story. So if this isn't your story, check maybe last week's or the week before, like this coming week's, just simply, or check your moon, rising, and Venus signs. Sometimes your truth may be more residing within those if you're more predominantly displaying one of those aspects at this time. However, just because I'm reading this doesn't mean that next week I won't be catching on your situation, because how Spirit brings forth the messages to me is that when I read, I'm reading for the people in the most urgent situations at the point in time, or the people who are going through or need the validation the most about some type of situation. Okay, so that's okay. But let's go ahead and see how you're feeling for this person. I feel like they feel this can be healed. Okay, they feel like this can be fixed, but there is something that they're desiring from you, or they're hoping that it can be fixed. If it was on their end, maybe there was some kind of stepping out of the relationship, whatever it may be, take it as it resonates. What I'm looking at here in your energy, I feel like, honestly, I feel like I'm talking to a Pisces whose person has potentially cheated, or hidden something, or maybe been a little less than fully openly disclosingly honest about some type of situation. Doesn't necessarily mean they cheated, but maybe they're just kind of like slightly hiding something, or it might even just be something like a white lie, like whatever. But they might be a little like feeling like you're not really reciprocating when they try to give. So if you are in that situation, I would say, Pisces, maybe consider, giving better feedback when they try to communicate with you, in order to balance the connection again. Because I do think that this person has hope that it's going to be healed. I think they know that they love you. They're contracted to you in some way, shape, or form. And this does not have to be a romantic partner. This could be family, friend. This is a relationship reading, though we call it a love reading. Sometimes you could be dealing with like your mom or your sister or your best friend or whatever. But what I'm looking at here, Pisces, in your energy, we have primarily the Hermit card in your cognitive awareness, which means that right now you're trying to figure things out. Right now, you are trying to look within and figure out what you feel toward this person, specifically regarding the conflict with the Five of Wands here, specifically the struggle that continues to happen in this connection. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of lack of communication. Your urge foundationally is to potentially walk away, because I feel like sometimes, though you love this person and you think they're the one, it's like you fear. It's almost like I'm feeling a knee-jerk reaction to want to walk away from this person every time things get difficult. And I feel like, yes, there is a lot of conflict. At the bottom of the deck in your energy, there is a choice. But what's interesting about the Two of Wands is it's about looking at all the pathways. And I feel that you're trying to do that in this Hermit energy, looking at all the possible pathways to move forward. And then also understanding that with those possible pathways, you also have the potential to, like, the world is in the palm of your hand, typically with the Two of Wands card. And that symbolizes that though it's a fearful decision, this deck actually shows the moon. Though it can be a very scary decision and it can be very nervous energy around this decision, you do know what you want. So sometimes it's often a time where we need to reflect and look back into ourselves, which I feel you are trying to do here with the Hermit, okay, Pisces? So good for you. But I feel like you already know that you love this person and they're like the one. You saw them as the one. So maybe you're a little hurt because of if there was some kind of betrayal here. But I do think if you're in that energy, I feel you're going to find in this hermit mode that you want to find a way to heal it. Okay? I feel that very heavily. Even though your knee jerk reaction is, do I walk away foundationally? But then you're like, but I love this person. So there's so much conflict in that energy. And I feel like right now, it's probably important not to make some kind of rash decision. Okay? It's probably important to really think this out. If you're not ready to talk to this person, take your time. If they love you, they will respect that, especially if they did something to hurt you, okay? Especially. But they may also foundationally be feeling that you're hiding something because you're non-communicative, because you're in hermit mode trying to figure it out. I feel like this is one of those situations, guys, where you're like, ooh, like one person's feeling like the feelings, there's just not, I don't see a lot of positive communication in this reading. I'm gonna be very honest, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at the mutual energy here. Okay, mutually. So here's the situation. You are both feeling like, what the fuck? It is a what the fuck moment. And pardon my French, but it is a what the fuck. There is anxiety like crazy. Some of you aren't sleeping. Some of you are dealing with, every time you try to communicate, it causes more stress. It causes more drama. We've got this whole energy of, there was something. Something occurred. Someone cheated, someone lied, someone manipulated someone, something, something. Okay? Hid something about themselves, whatever it may be. It came crashing down. The truth was revealed. The shit fell on the floor. Everyone knew what was going on. And here we are in this energy of feeling left out in the cold from the one that we love. You and them. Both of you. This is all mutual. You felt like your world was crumbling around you. Now, if they were guilty or you were guilty, it doesn't really matter in this point in time. What matters is it worth healing? Are you able to heal and forgive? And how do we do that? So I'm going to pull a few more in the mutual here. First of all, you need to get your head clear, okay? You guys both are overthinking this strategically. With the King of Swords and the Four of Swords, you are in seclusion trying to make sense of everything on your own, okay? But the interesting thing is, I feel like in this case scenario, open, honest, truthful communication, yes, there are going to be heated feelings. That is inevitable. With the heated feelings, you have to tone them down and have a logical, rational conversation with this person with respect and love in mind. Because at one point, whether you're mad at them or not right now, you did love them because you love them, they love you. Okay? So, whether or not this is able to be healed needs to be discussed in a very open, loving, respectful way. Even though you might be like, like wanting to come at them over everything that they did or vice versa and be defensive and blah, 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 that's not going to solve anything. Okay, so being in this energy, it's probably best for you guys to sit down and say, look, here's how I'm feeling. Here's how this made me feel. And say it in a non-angry, do not raise your voices, keep things calm and level. Okay? Because in doing so, you can actually get to the bottom of the situation and where both of your goals are for the future together rather than being heated and running and walking away and all the drama and being upset and being lying and, trying to manipulate way into back to each other. A truthful, honest, open, loving, respectful communication, even though we're mad at people, can sometimes take that edge off and we can actually hear the other person's perspectives. Because even though this person may have hurt you, Pisces, they are in this energy where they were feeling breadcrumbed and they felt like the communication was over. They felt like no matter what they tried to say, you never heard them. Okay? And perception is in the eye of the beholder. Whether you did hear them or not, that's, whatever. But the problem is that they felt that way. So when we can explain and express our feelings with someone that we love and why we're feeling that way, sometimes we begin to understand each other on a much deeper level where we can say like, I didn't even realize that made you feel that way, And then you're at this point where you're like, wow, like maybe this was both of us, And I really think that if you value each other, it might be good. I do see third party. Someone might have had sex with someone else. I'm not gonna lie. Someone might have stepped out of the relationship, and it might have been because there was a lack of within the relationship for some of you, intimacy. But I also feel that there may have been some kind of person kind of nudging them, so, or vice versa, you nudging you. So this person feels familial or friendly. So I would say it's like a family member or friend who may have been kind of instigating or maybe like making things seem worse than they were when you would confide in them. Be cautious of how much you allow that person to know about your relationships, okay? Some of you are kind of like something's clicking right now in your brain, like you were talking to your friend about someone and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you don't need that, you should just find someone else, blah 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 blah. Those types of people sometimes can be good when things are really bad. You know, like if you're being abused, which is not okay, that can be a good person in your corner. But sometimes people get bored in their own lives and like to meddle a little bit, even though they're not manipulative or whatever. It's just like they do it. I don't know why they do it, but they do. And then it's like they get too much involved in your connections. I feel like this person just needs to know a boundary. Okay. But anyway, Pisces, I think you're going to figure out some answers here on yourself, but I do on your own. Um, so I do feel like really thinking and understanding where you're coming from. Maybe if you need to write it down, like take little notes so that when you have that conversation with that person, you understand like what you need to say and you don't forget things that are important. That might be important. And maybe have them do the same. And that way you guys can come together and be like, here's my list. You know, you could literally pass each other the lists and then read them and take a few minutes after reading them to calm down before you guys actually communicate about each issue. Because it's important if you value each other and you thought this person was the one and they're very committed to you, like as well, you know, even though they might have made a mistake or whatever, it might be very important for you. For some of you, you're going to walk away from this, and that is totally fine. You have to make your own decisions. Some of you are straight up like, it doesn't matter. This is what you do. This is what you're willing to do. And this is what you want to do. By all means, you have to follow your heart. But if you are trying to heal this, I hope that helps provide some clarity toward healing that. Okay. Please, I hope this resonated for you. I know it was kind of specific. Please feel free to smash the like button, share, subscribe. Let me know if it resonated for you in the description box below. If not, check again next week. Check your moon, rising, Venus signs. You might have more predominant energy within those at this point in time. Also, if you'd like the personal reading for the holiday special, you can definitely schedule that through the link that's in the description box below. If you'd like to make a channel donation, you can do that through the second tab in that link. Or if you'd like to donate a deck, this one was actually donated to me. It is the Dancing in the Dark Tarot. It was donated to the channel. So if you do donate a deck, I often use them. It might not be right away because sometimes I'll have like 2 or 3 decks that come in or something. But it might not be right away, but I'll use it as soon as I can. And then we'll read with your deck. So that's always fun too. Anyway, I wish you guys all the best. I love you and I hope you have an amazing week. I know this is a tricky situation, but I'm sending you all tons of positive energy toward figuring out what your best path is. Okay? Love you guys. I hope you have a great week. Thanks for watching.